My hair's still a little bit damp. I don't know. I'll probably get the best results if I dampen my hair, but I'm not gonna dampen my hair. I mean, if I wet my hair a little bit, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not the best one to give advice when it comes to hair care, but for the longest time I've struggled to grow my hair throughout my childhood because I actually cut my hair short. I had medium length hair, like mid-back length hair somewhere in my childhood. It didn't last long because when I was in grade 3, which I think I was 9 years old, yeah, so when I was 9 years old, I became obsessed with a short bob, and my mom was very, very angry and sad that I cut my hair. See, in the front especially, my hair is thinning, so thin. So I guess the gel goes on last. Should we do the conditioner first and then the cream? I think I'm gonna do the conditioner first and then do the cream. So I don't know if you could hear that I don't know if you heard that I brushed my hair out, and now I am putting the conditioner in sections. Would it be possible to design an app just for Muslim women where we could post content without, I don't even want to say hair out, but without niqab, just hijab or something, where we just do videos for ladies, like Muslim ladies, but it has to be like super exclusive. And I'm still just busy sectioning my hair, and it would be possible to just do like normal social media, but just on this very, very secretive and exclusive app. But I feel like some people would just take pictures of the screen, because I think it's possible to design an app where you can't take screen recordings and screenshots of what you see on the screen, but then I think people would just then take a picture with another phone of the videos and the pictures on the screen. So nowhere is safe, and I feel like the biggest culprits of that would be men, just because, I mean, they would sit on a podcast and discuss it, you know, because men are obsessed with women, obsessed, I tell you. This smells actually really nice. I love how this smells. Yeah, so anyways, then I cut my hair, and I've always worn my hair in a bob or shoulder length since I've cut my hair in grade 9, and then I've kind of wanted to grow out my hair, but like I said, I was obsessed also with short hair, and then I didn't know how to grow my hair, so I just thought that was it. Like, I'm never gonna have long hair in my life again, until I shaved everything off. I went completely bald. Number 1 cut, buzz cut, like a bald, like Jason Statham bald. Oh, those were the days. Yeah, so I went completely bald, hairless, which was a great shock to my family, and my mom was sad once again. Like, she was really sad. Like, I could see it in her eyes. It was like something serious sad, and I didn't understand why she would be so sad about my hair, because it's just hair. But yeah, she was a very, very, very sad, emotional sad. She wasn't even angry, she was just very hurt. Yeah, I think hurt is the correct word. Because wait, maybe I'll make this into a podcast, because I cannot show my face because right now I'm sitting without hijab and I'm sitting without any abaya, jilbab, nothing. I'm in a t-shirt and jeans, sitting on the floor looking into the mirror, doing my hair as I talk to you guys. Maybe I should turn the fan off then. If I'm gonna turn this into a podcast and remove me out of the camera, then I think that I should turn off the fan so that the sound doesn't seem annoying. Let me just do that. Oops, that's my spoon that dropped. Because remember I ate a salad earlier. Ow. Okay. I'm getting old, guys. I'm getting old. I can feel it in my legs and my joints. It's a problem. Okay, so I've finished. Wait, guys, my English is not good. I wouldn't say I'm insecure about my English, but growing up in my community, and still till this day, people in my community, when you go on TikTok, how they talk about people's accents in my community, it's just, anyways, that's something for another day. So I don't know, let me try to say it again. What was I doing? I finished applying the daily cream conditioner on my hair and it's looking okay. Wait, let me continue. Okay, so yeah, that's what I've done. Now I'm gonna go in with a bouncy cream. It's a touchable soft definition bouncy cream, I guess. So I'm gonna start applying that also in sections. So let me continue talking about my hair journey. Oh, did I say bismillah before putting everything on? Okay, bismillah. Okay, I kind of don't like the smell of the bouncy cream. It's okay, it just smells like something that shouldn't be on your hair. It smells more like sanitizing wipe, a disinfecting wipe or something. And I kind of don't like that smell on my hair, you know. It smells like something that shouldn't be on my hair. Okay, so yeah, so then I shaved my hair bald. Oh gosh, is it Jason Statham or Jason Statham, or I don't know. Wait, let me get Siri. How do you say Jason Statham? Okay, my Siri's voice is off, so I need to actually just
Jason Statham, but now it is to be said as Jason Statham. Jason Statham. Pretty straightforward once you know. Jason.
Okay, Jason Statham. What Statham or whatever I said. So now I'm just brushing through my, what would you say? How would you describe what I'm doing? Now I'm just brushing through my hair covered in conditioner and bouncy cream on the one side, on the left half of my hair. Can you hear that? I'm trying to comb my hair like really loud so that you can hear. Yeah, so then after I shaved all my hair, I lost my marbles when I shaved all my hair off. I was going through midlife crisis at a very young age. The sound that you're hearing now is just me touching up my edges. It doesn't really need touching up, but since this is my first time doing my edges like this, like I've never really put that much effort into my edges, you know, like how the trend goes right now, or has been going for quite some time. you know, it was in my time when I was younger and I still wore my hair out. All I did was just with a finger, like with a finger, just brushed it forward and, you know, made it look cute, and that was it. And also, I don't really have a lot of baby hair for me to worry about edges, so. But it's fine. The people that do it, I'm not dissing them in any way. I'm just saying my experience, or what I do and what went through my head. But also, it looks fun to do edges. I always watch these hair videos and whatever, and then I see people doing the edges, and then it looks fun. So it's fun also now to imagine myself that I'm one of those girls who are doing their edges online. Except you can't see me doing it, you're just listening to me doing it. Anyways, enough about edges. So I lost my marbles. I was going through a really rough time when I went bald. Also, while I was shaving my head, I was laughing the entire time. I was laughing like it was funny, but it wasn't funny. It wasn't really funny. It was, I needed help. That's what it was. And so I'm continuing to apply the bouncy cream to the right half of my hair. Anyways, moving forward. And then I was rocking my bald head, but I was also kind of ashamed. And I had this thing, you know, that I was raised Christian, but I was atheist throughout my teen years. And so I had a lot of issues with Christianity. And basically, I had religious trauma, I guess. So that verse in the Bible that spoke about hijab, I guess, it was kind of an act of rebellion. So I wore hijabs with my bald head, but you could clearly see that I was bald. And I didn't wear hijabs like Muslims do. I wore it loosely, like Christian veiling. If you search Christian veiling, I haven't looked into Christian veiling, but sometimes you see videos pop up about Christian veiling. Christian girls wearing the scarf, but they wear it very loosely and everything. So I was wearing it like that with the whole goth vibe, because that was my way of expressing how I felt at the time about certain things, about religion, and then also society in general and the expectations and everything that they put on women. I was a feminist. I'm not a feminist now, but I was a big feminist, because feminism was what was best for me at that time in my life, and what I went through and what I understood and what I knew about life and religion and all of these things. So that's why I was a feminist, and it worked for me. It made me survive a lot of things, even though it wasn't the best for me, but it was also the best for me at the time, because that's what I knew best and what made sense to me. I didn't know about Islam. Yes, I was aware that there was a lot of Muslims in our community and all around us, but I never cared to learn about it because I was kind of raised to be an Islamophobe. So yeah, I didn't want to know about Islam, and it never occurred to me to learn about what Islam is. All I knew was what I was told about Islam, and I just accepted that, and I never thought about it after that. You know, I was never worried about Muslims. I knew what I was told about them, and that was it. I wasn't thinking about Muslims. My focus was more on like Christianity, because that's what I was taught growing up. I was raised to be a Christian. So I was wearing headscarves and stuff, and while wearing headscarves, I wouldn't style my hair. I wouldn't do anything to it. I was having the time of my life. I didn't have to worry about straightening my hair. I didn't need to worry about that because I was bald. And when my hair started to grow, that's when I started getting a little bit insecure about my hair, about myself. Okay, I wasn't starting to get insecure because I was insecure about my hair all my life growing up in a colored community, because in the colored community we have a lot of anti-blackness. Even though, you guys, with colored people watching this, I know that there are a lot of coloreds who deny this, and I really don't care at this point. I really don't care if you deny the anti-blackness, the texturism, the colorism in our community. I really don't care. I know what I see. I know how the conversations go, and it's something that we really need to work on. But yeah, so if you didn't look like a certain type of colored, like the light skin colored, like the white passing colored, or the color that looks more like Latina or Asian, or if you didn't look and have the hair like those types of colors, it was kind of, I wouldn't say it was hard growing up, because for me at least, I can't speak for other people, but for me it wasn't like the end of the world. I didn't really care, and I wasn't really affected that much because, I don't know, the boys thought I was cute regardless. And yes, growing up with the way I was raised, with everything that went on in my childhood, in the past, as a girl, as a child, teenager, whatever, I got my validation from boys liking me and thinking that I'm sexy and I'm this and I'm that. So I wasn't really bothered that much, but I always felt insecure when we start having laughs about different things, basically where we would make fun of each other. If you're from my city, we would say we gore each other, which gore basically just means we're dissing each other. That was a thing growing up. So when we're dissing each other, they would talk about the textures of people's hair in a bad way. So what was my point? Okay, so now I finished applying the conditioner and the bouncy cream to my hair, so I guess now it's time for the gel. But I don't think the gel, oh, okay, I accidentally squeezed out way too much gel. I was planning on just sectioning my hair because I don't think my hair needs that much gel right now, but it's fine. And I am really sorry. I know that there's this whole thing about using the word colored here in the United States, and just know that I am not using it in the way what it means here in the States. When I use the word colored, I'm obviously using it in the way that we use it back in South Africa. And the reason why I'm not using any other word is because I myself am still confused about my own identity, because I don't know, I have mixed feelings about it, because we are our own group of people and we do have culture, some culture, but it's also, I get why some colored people do not want to identify as colored but identify as black, and I think I'm leaning towards those people of not wanting to identify as colored. But I don't know, that's really an issue for another day, or a topic for another day. But yeah, just to let you know where I'm at and why I'm using the term colored. Oh, my legs, oh, my legs are asleep. Okay, wait, I need to wake up my legs because, okay, so now I've finished applying the gel to my hair. I don't know what I'm gonna do now. Do I just leave it like this? My phone died on me, so I needed to plug it into the charger because that's how I'm recording this podcast. Where was I? Now I need to style my hair, guys. I don't know how. I have no idea how I need to style it. So anyways, I was always insecure kind of about my hair. On the inside, I was very touchy about it, and that's why I always straightened it, because I did not want to wear my hair in its natural state, which is curly. I have type 3 hair, by the way, type 3 curls. So I always used to straighten my hair growing up as a teenager as well, and my hair got so damaged to the point where my curls were non-existent and it's just straight and some waves in it. My curls were just dead. It would like be curly at the roots and then dead straight the rest of the length of my hair. And I was always insecure about it because of some certain issues within our community back home. And I've always wanted to be part of the group of girls that were considered more beautiful, which was the colored girls who were more light-skinned and had type 1 and type 2 hair and had like more you know, features that were closer to that matched other communities more than, anyways, I don't know how to explain it, but yeah. If you are colored yourself, I think you would know what I'm talking about. So I've always tried my best to fit into that category of colored girls. But honestly, once I went bald, all of that kind of changed for me. So it was difficult for me at first coming to terms with the real texture of my hair, which is type 3. And I started loving my curls again. I started watching videos of other women with the same type of hair, and then I just found a new appreciation for my hair, because I was always in the in-between. Like I was in primary school. The children made fun of me for not having type 1 and type 2 hair, and they would call me like I have cruzada. And the topic of hair came in when we spoke about hair. Some of my cousins would say, yeah, it's cruzada. And those were the cousins that had the type 1 and type 2 hairs. And then the part of my family that does not have type 2 and type 1 hair, that has type 4 hair, they would then think they would wish that they had my hair. So I was always caught in between some people liking my hair and some people saying I have cruz hair, and having a negative view towards my hair. And also when I went to hair salons, well, this specific hairdresser, because my mom would take me there as a child, because she would go there. She went to the hairdresser often back in the day, in the 2000s and the 90s and the 2000s. And then that hairdresser also kind of, I obviously don't know them personally, but the way she spoke about my hair was cruz and that kind of thing, which cruz just means coarse, but when you come to our colored community, they use that word as something negative, like something ugly. So when people say your hair is cruz, generally they don't mean it in a nice way, but in an insult. They use it as an insult. So I was kind of always stuck in between, because okay, I have a mixture of hair. I don't know how to describe my hair because obviously I can't show you. Yeah. So my friend once told me we had the same curl pattern, but we didn't have the same hair texture. But she used to say we have in-between hair. Like we don't have cruz hair, but we also don't have type 1 and type 2 hair. And so I've just always used that to describe my hair, like in between, which I don't even know if that is fine or whatever. But I'm not going to mention in detail some examples of how some people just said things that would get them cancelled in today's age, if they said to someone the things that they said to me about my hair. But anyways, yeah, so point is, when I shaved my hair, I got to learn about my hair and other textures, and I got to see that my hair is actually beautiful and there's no such thing as bad hair, because hair comes in different shapes, forms, textures, and no one has better hair than the other. People with type 4 hair don't have less good hair than people with type 1 and type 2 hair, And for the first time, I learned that about myself and about hair in general, and I got to appreciate my hair and the journey I was on, because then my hair started growing, well, unintentionally, because my intention wasn't to grow my hair back to a little bit past the mid-back length, but then my hair grew and it actually it grew to my hips, because also I was wearing hijab. So, and then I got a job at the time, so I was constantly working I wasn't constantly working, I was working for that for a few months. I was working, and when I went to work, I didn't really care about my hair, because literally I was working crazy hours. I would work 5 or 8 hours, but then sometimes they would ask me to work a close shift, like to work until close, and then sometimes I would work maybe until Fajr, come home, pray Fajr, sleep, and then wake up, the clock in at 8 or 7:30 in the morning. So I was working really crazy hours, so I never had time to really do my hair. Maybe this is embarrassing for some people, maybe I should be embarrassed to say this, but I didn't even comb my hair at the time. I didn't brush it, I just slept, and then I would just like tighten the bun, retighten the bun, and put on hijab and go back to work. I would lather it in coconut oil. Like, my hair lived in coconut oil. I think that helped me retain my length, and that made my hair grow, because I wasn't touching it, I wasn't combing it, I wasn't doing anything with my hair except bathing it in coconut oil, leaving it in coconut oil, and then going to work. Obviously I would take showers, but I would just wash my hair but not comb it out, and obviously that caused my hair to mat also. But then sometimes, obviously there were times in between where I had to comb my hair, otherwise I would have had dreadlocks. So yeah, then I noticed that my hair was growing, and then for the first time I was like, oh, okay. So it wasn't that my hair couldn't grow, it was just that I was straightening my hair so much, to the point where I couldn't see the growth of my hair. I could only see it at my roots, but I couldn't see it at my ends, because my hair was breaking off so bad, because I was not taking care of my hair the way that I should have, you know. My mom took pretty good care of my hair as a toddler, I would say, because I remember I would have hair washes, although I hated washing my hair as a child. And I remember my mom would put my hair in rollers, in curlers, and I hated that as well. I would always cry, and then I would just walk in the sun to let it dry and not apply heat to my hair. And I guess that's why my hair also like grew long, or mid-back length, grew to mid-back, a little bit past mid-back length when I was a child. After me shaving my head, I saw that my hair grew, but then wearing hijab so much, my hair started thinning, and I didn't realize it until I asked my mom to do my hair once, and she told me, girl, your hair is so thin from wearing the headscarf, like you will really need to do something about this, because the way it's going, it's looking like you're going bald again. But yeah, now I'm still struggling with my hair thinning. When I first got to the USA, I thought it was the water here, because there's a spot on my head that, I don't know, it was looking very sad, like very sad, especially the middle part, because I've worn my hair in the middle part ever since I discovered that I actually look good with the middle part. And so now the middle part of my hair, and I guess the part where my hair is crowning, it was looking very sad. And then yeah, then I tried to stand in the sun with my hair a little bit in the backyard when no one was around. I don't know if my hair's still thin, but it's not as thin as when I first got to the USA. But what I've actually discovered is that my hair was actually thinning for quite some time, even before I came. But I guess I wasn't paying attention to it much, because I was just focused on other things like surviving, literally surviving. But yeah, and then a few months ago, I cut my hair again, because I think for a week or two, my hair was curly and I wasn't combing it. I just left it in its curls. But then I didn't feel like combing out my hair because my hair was long, and then I just cut the part that was tangled, and now my hair is short again. Anyway, so that's my hair journey right now. I guess I decided to leave it as is. I did not style it. I just applied the hair products. I'm gonna put it in a bun anyways because having my hair loose in hijab just does not feel good, especially when the hair is in my neck. It's kind of a bother. So yeah, that's. There was also a time in my teen years where I rocked my curly hair. I was doing radio for a little while. That was the time that I did radio. I would rock my curly hair sometimes. And then and I'm sure he did not mean this in knowing this person, I 100% know that they did not mean that in the way that other people mean it, like when they refer to your hair as big and puffy. But so it was the weekend when I did radio. We had a radio program for teenagers every Saturday, and we would take turns, like, you do this show this weekend, and then another group does one show the other weekend, and then another group does a show the weekend after that. So we would alternate between teams to do radio shows about topics that affected teenagers in our community. So that one weekend when I wasn't on radio, they were talking about me, but obviously they knew that I was listening, guys, so it wasn't backbiting. Like I said, 100% knowing the person that he is really not that type of person. So he didn't say it in the way that how people usually mean it when they refer to someone's hair as it being big and puffy and whatever. So I don't know what they said. I don't know if they said they missed me or whatever. I think they said they missed me, if I'm not mistaken. And then he said, yeah, he misses that big puffy hair, something along that line. And because in my community, people make fun of people with, especially if it's like afro. My hair isn't, my curly hair doesn't go into an afro, but just to give you an example of how people in my community think, not everyone, but a lot, like when they see someone rocking their natural hair, especially in the past. Right now, I don't think it is, well, I wouldn't know if it's that bad still, but in the past, growing up, like, people would always make fun of people with big hair. So yeah, and so that just kind of, hearing that on the radio about myself, even though I know he didn't mean it that way, but I know what other people in my community think about when they say, oh, look at that person has big puffy hair. That kind of didn't feel good to me. But like I said, I know 100% he is not that type of person. He was a little bit more progressive, is that the word? He was a little bit more progressive, and I still till this day think of him as someone that's really progressive in the way he thinks, and he's just really not a bad person. So I know that he didn't say it in that way, but I know how other people think and how other people speak in our community in the past. I don't know, like I said, I don't know if it's like this still till this day, but back then it didn't feel good when he said that on radio, because I knew he didn't say it in a bad way and he didn't mean it in a bad way, but I knew other people listening would probably laugh about it, like, you know, like it's an insult, but it wasn't. Having big poofy hair does not mean it's an insult. It is not an insult. Like I said, I had to learn that all hair is good. There's no such thing as a bad texture. All textures are good. All textures are beautiful. And I don't think it should be compared to one another because, like I said, each texture is beautiful in its own way. People just have to learn about not being anti-black, because that's what it is. It's anti-blackness. That's my point, sharing that. So also got to learn that wearing a natural hair means that you are still professional, or you still look put together. It doesn't mean that you are sloppy, you don't look beautiful, you don't look put together. It doesn't mean that you look messy. It just means that there's nothing wrong with you and your hair. There's something wrong with the way certain people, not all people, the way certain people think. And so thank you for coming to my little TED talk about hair. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I don't know why I'm speaking in that weird voice, but yeah. Until next time.